Arsene Wenger insists that Arsenal players and fans have demonstrated their love to Alexis Sanchez, but has called on him to repay their faith with more match-winning performances, starting at Chelsea on Sunday. The Chilean, who was on the verge of joining Manchester City on transfer deadline day, was the star of the Europa League game against Cologne and scored a superb winning goal. And his name was cheered unanimously by the home crowd, unlike the mixed reception when he came on against Bournemouth last weekend. Also, on Thursday, his teammates pointedly all ran to celebrate with him after the goal, which Wenger said was a reflection of his popularity. "We love Alexis," said Wenger. "You know he is a special character, but we all love him. I think he is well loved and he's accepted, and he's happy here. For now he may be, but Arsenal know that he will now run down the final year of his contract, most likely joining Manchester City next summer." And Wenger also said that Sanchez needs to ensure his performances are up to the expected level after he was part of the humiliating 4-0 defeat at Liverpool prior to the transfer window. Asked whether the club would need his fighting spirit against Chelsea, Wenger said, "Yes, but he played at Liverpool as well. We lose altogether and win altogether. It is not just about one, it's about the team performance. That's everyone who comes on, or who starts, is giving 100%. I believe that on the day against Liverpool everything went against us. We were not sharp physically. It was 3 days before the end of the transfer window, and some had their heads in and out. It was special circumstances, and you have to take that into consideration. We had a very positive end to last season and we played very well in games against the big teams, like Manchester City and Chelsea. In one game, it's like that, the judgment is definite and permanent. But a lack of quality is not permanent. We can do something about that." That said, Wenger has a sizable task managing Sanchez through his last season at Arsenal. There was already concern among Arsenal's coaching staff that Sanchez's statistics had dropped worryingly when the team needed him most, notably in the 2-5-1 defeats by Bayern Munich. On average, Alexis Sanchez runs 8.97 kilometers per 90 minutes. That is some way off his peers. For example, in the recent Liverpool-Arsenal game, Roberto Firmino managed 9.4 kilometers in 80 minutes, while Mohammed Salah ran 10.9 kilometers. Against Manchester United last season, the game which Arsenal won 2-0, Sanchez ran 8.8 kilometers compared with Wayne Rooney's 11.3 kilometers. However, as coaches often point out, that doesn't tell the whole story. The number of high-intensity sprints Sanchez makes can make up for the lack of kilometers in which players are often jogging, as does his skill once on the ball. But the worry among Arsenal staff last season was an alarming dip in his stats during those 5-1 defeats against Bayern Munich. In the first leg, at the Allianz Arena, when for much of the game the tie was still alive, Sanchez managed just 7.9 kilometers, which was 11% less than usual. Though Arsenal lost 5-1 in the game, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain in a similar position managed 10.7 kilometers. Mesut Ozil, heavily criticized, still managed 10.3 kilometers, and even Shakhtar Mustafi, a centre-half, managed 10.1 kilometers. There was a clear dip in output, and though the statistics for high-intensity sprints are not available from UEFA, Wenger and Arsenal would have access to those figures and would know if they had also dropped off. Against Bayern at home, when Arsenal lost 5-1 again, Sanchez was again below par for distance covered. He came off on 72 minutes, or with 80% of the game completed, meaning he ought to have covered about 7.2 kilometers if he was playing to his average. However, he covered 6.7 km. Those figures caused alarm because Sanchez is a player who doesn't usually go missing. For example, in this equivalent fixture last season, a resounding 3-1 win for Chelsea, Sanchez fought to the bitter end, covering 9.2 kilometers. Against Bournemouth last season, when Sanchez was instrumental in a late comeback from 3-0 down to 3-3, he ran 9.3 kilometers. Against Cologne on Thursday, in the second half, Sanchez was a key difference between the teams. And his efforts appeared uncompromised. That is the Alexis Sanchez which Wenger requires on Sunday. They don't get to enjoy him for much longer.